Hey there, 170. It is session 8, and at the midterm, it seems appropriate that you will be mid-terming. So you'll notice that that is the only thing on your agenda for the week is the midterm. There is a midterm description video that is got its own page actually, and then it's duplicated again on the actual midterm before you click through. But I know it's hard to want to go through all of the material before you get that far. So I just want to give you the quick and dirty version of the things that you will see there that are far more complete. Number one, I do not try to ask trick questions. If you spend a lot of time reading a question and go, what is Wolf trying to do to me here to get me to trip up? You have read entirely too much into that question. I try to keep all of the questions superficial and like reflexive so that you should just be able to read the question and answer it without having to look for double negatives or any of those trap questions, because that is bullshit and nobody needs that. Number two, you are not timed. So you can start and walk away and come back and finish more and walk away and finish more. You are completely and totally welcome to do that. Let me give you the following suggestion. Number one, do not use Microsoft Internet Explorer. For the most part, if you use Edge, you're going to be in good shape. If you use Safari, you're going to be in good shape. If you use Chrome, you're going to be in good shape. If you use Firefox, you're going to be in good shape. So do not use Internet Explorer. Number three is the responses are recorded when you hit next. So do not answer a question and then close that window thinking the response is going to be saved. It is not. So if you are going to, not do it all in one swoop, which is fine, just remember to go to the next question before you walk away. I do suggest actually closing the window. It happens very, very rarely, but it has happened, I think, credibly at least 2 times over the last 4 years, which is not a lot in so far as a percent goes. But I do think it's happened a couple of times where if there's an internet hiccup, things happen. So I think it's a much better idea to close the window when you are done with a response so that strange things do not happen. Life tends to do things to you that are negative at the midterm and at the final. And I've worked in schools for long enough to actually see it happen. So I want you to avoid that situation entirely. You are allowed 1 submission for this. So make sure that they count. Also make sure that you do go through and read, and listen to the much more involved descriptions I have for you. I'm going to mention there things that are of desperate importance to you, like indentation is going to matter. Those things that do not look indented ain't going to be indented and are going to be deducted for that. So all of those things before where I have mentioned to you, do these things or points deductions. Now we're at the points deductions phase of the operation here. So do remember that. Finally, I will answer questions of a yes or no variety. I cannot answer questions of a deeply involved answering variety, right? I can tell you what my intention was there, but I cannot provide for you the answers. But that doesn't mean that you can't feel free to still reach out. So you have the rest of this week to go ahead and complete those. So have at it, everybody, and good luck.